Good day, everyone. I am Kenijoy Pedrosa Cabilbigan, your reporter for today. In English 114, Technical Writing. Today, I will tackle all about reports. In Chapter 7, I will discuss the general guidelines for report. So, what is a report? Anyone can define a report? Okay, so when we say report, it is a written or spoken description of a situation, event, and etc. It is an official document that gives information about a particular subject or a topic. In short, when we say report, is to give information about something in a newspaper, radio, television, and also like what I am doing right now. It is called report, and I am reporting a topic about general guidelines for report. We, as English major, writes many report because we are going to become an English teacher in our near future. Report can be simple or complex one. Report can be one page or two or more pages. Reports can be performed anywhere, like in our home, community, society, and all over the world. So, in order for us to become an effective reporter, we must know the report guideline. So, what is a guideline? Anyone can define a guideline? So, when we say guideline or guidelines, it is a rule or instruction that shows or tells how something should be done. In short, guideline is a general rule, principle, or a piece of advice about something that we want to be done. And now I will discuss the 5 report guidelines to be followed and performed. Report guideline number 1. Plan well before you write. So, in report guideline number 1, it is understood that we need to plan well first before we write or do a report. In guideline number 1, there are 5 points to remember, apply, and perform. The first point in planning your reports is the document's purpose. In writing and planning a report, we need to know first the purpose of writing something. Why do we need to do a report about this, about that? Whom are the audience or the readers of this report, and how they could understand and relate about something about your report. The second point in planning to write a report is we need to know the variety of readers who will receive the document. We should plan to whom this report is necessary, reliable, and applicable. We should plan to whom the report should be given and told. The third point in planning to write a report is the needs and expectations of readers, particularly decision makers. So the reporter must know the need and expectation of the audience or the readers so that your report is effective and efficient to be read and to be listened in order for your report to become an interesting and interactive. So the fourth point in planning your report is an outline of the main points to be covered in the body. When we do reporting, in order for us to become an effective and a good one, we should do listing of our main points so that the readers or the audience could understand clearly the topic. We need to have an outline about our report so that we could remember each of the information about our report. So the fifth point in planning our report is we need to know the strategies for writing an effective document. The reporter should apply some strategies that could make the reader or the audience feel interesting about your topic to become an effective and a good reporter. Next, report guideline number 2 states that separate fact from opinion. So what is the differences of fact and opinion? So when we say fact, It is something that truly exists or happens, something that is true piece of information, while opinion is a belief, judgment, or way of thinking about something. We need to separate fact from opinion, which readers can be guided with these 3 points. The first point is what we call findings. Findings is the facts you uncover. Example is you observe severe cracks in the foundation of two adjacent homes in a subdivision. Findings is something, a result of an investigation where we discover facts about something. In reporting, the reporter somehow research facts or beliefs that could broaden the idea of the topic. Your report will be effective when we find something related to the topic. Findings will help your report reliable and true to prove that your reports are necessary and important. The second point is what we call conclusion. Conclusion is the ideas or beliefs you develop based on your findings. Example is you conclude that foundation cracks occurred because the two homes were built on soft fill, where original soil had been replaced by construction scraps. So conclusions is a final decision, judgment, or an opinion or decision that is formed after a period of thought or research. Or in short, conclusion is a final decision after findings or after a research. So the third point is the recommendations or a suggestion or action items based on your conclusions. Example is you recommend that the foundation slab be supported by adding concrete posts beneath it. Through consisting of opinions, recommendations should be grounded in facts presented in the report. Next, report guideline number 3 states that make text visually appealing. In report guideline number 3, it is simply stated that when we do a report, the reporter must do prepare of some visuals that is necessary to apply in its report. Thus, the reporter must choose a background pictures, font size, the color of the text, which is visually appealing and interesting to the eye of the audience or the readers, so that your report resulted to become an effective to them. I have here 3 visual devices that help get attention, maintain interest, and highlight important information. First is bulleted points for short lists. Like what I have put in here, it is called bulleted points because it is a point where there is a short information of your report. Second point is the numbered points for lists that are longer or that include a list of ordered steps. In number point listing, like example is when we do our report, we do it in order. For us to make our report accurate and clearly, we do number point listing when the information are longer and cannot be shortened or cut. And the third point is frequent use of headings and subheadings. In preparing our report, we usually do headings, but in this case, we should follow the third point in the report guideline number 3 that we need to frequent use headings and subheadings so that our report may not be super styled or overstyled, and that our report may become simple to the eye but interesting and interactive in the body. Next is the report guideline number 4, states that use illustrations for clarification and persuasion. When we do reporting, we should use some illustrations that can help our report to be clearly understood to our readers or the audience. We should put and use some illustration in order for the readers or the audience to understand clearly your topic. Take note that the illustration you put or use is necessary and important to your topic to make your audience understand what you meant to say or tell. And lastly, report guideline number 5 states that edit carefully. So when we say edit, it means to prepare written material for publication by correcting, condensing, or otherwise modifying it. In short, we should edit our report to change or correct some details that is not fixed or not finished. The reporter must edit carefully a report so that the result is successful. And here I have 6 points to remember that gives information about editing a report carefully. The first point when we edit our report carefully is to keep most sentences short and simple. Take note that when we report, we must shorten or put information briefly and simple to avoid complex or broad question about your report. When we do reporting, the reporter must put only important words in your report so that the readers or audience could understand well your report. The second point is proofread several times for mechanical errors such as misspellings, particularly personal names. When you do a report, you have to correct and review clearly the text as well as the ideas and information of the report so that you can avoid errors and misspellings. The third point is triple check all cost figures for accuracy. So take note that you should correct your grammars, sentences, words that you put on your report to avoid questions itself. Fourth, make sure all attachments are mentioned in the text. So when you do editing your report, you must put all information that is necessary and important in your report and avoid mentioning some information that is not mentioned in your report so that your audience or readers could know the point of your report. Fifth, check the format and wording of all headings and subheadings. When we do a report, we first do formatting because format is one important tool in a report. Format makes your report arranged, clean, and visually appealing. So, when doing a report, you should bear in mind to correct your format. And lastly, ask a colleague to check over the report. When you are not sure about your grammar, your format, your ideas in your report, you can ask some of your colleagues or friends that is expert or knowledgeable other in doing your report so that you can make sure that your report had no errors and corrections to your audience or readers. Again, I am Kenijoy Pedrosa Kabilbigan, your reporter for today. Thank you and stay safe everyone. God bless.